Hi everyone, Tim here from Meridian Health. Today we're just going to run through some really quick exercises, building on from some of our previous videos about rehabilitation of the shoulder and looking after our posture and getting optimal movement back. So this is really good for if you've had things like shoulder repairs or even breast augmentation surgery where we're changing the dynamics of the shoulder, either tightening or reconstructing muscles, or putting the shoulder and change into different positions and changing center of mass and how we move. So this is aimed at re-establishing some good movement patterns and making sure we've got optimal range of motion as well as good posture so that we can keep progressing with our rehab and getting back into some good strength and exercise. So importantly, when we talk about the shoulder, it attaches onto our thorax, the upper body, so the rib cage and the spine, and the neck as well. So we get a lot of different connective tissue there. So let's make sure we keep that base mobile. So working on the thoracic spine and ensuring we can put those pieces together so that they move well. So the first exercise here is a little half-arm crocodile, we call it. So start off lying on your side with a pillow under your head just for some support here. Both arms out in front. So if you can't get your arms together, you might put a pillow in between your arms here. And the aim we want to try and achieve is length through the shoulder joint. So I'm going to try and push my elbow forward. So there's top elbow here, so I'm extending the shoulder and then opening up. So we get to this top position here. And I'm really thinking about lengthening my collarbone, stretching my elbow up towards the roof, and then from here all I do is think about rolling across my upper back and trying to take my shoulder down towards the ground. So you'll notice my arm position didn't change here. So what you'll be tempted to do, or what might happen, is as you get to the top here, if you don't have the motion through your spine, you'll start to drop forward through your shoulder and you'll end up with your hand pointing towards the roof. That's a dead giveaway that you haven't opened up through your chest and shoulder enough there. So you go within your range of motion. So you'll only do 10 to 12 of these at most. Stay within your comfort. So if you come up to here and you find that you're starting to feel a stretch through your chest, then that's as far as you need to go. If you try and push that any further, you're just going to get into some compensatory movement patterns. You want to make sure everything is smooth and well ordered. So keeping my hips and knees stable as well. So you'll find that you might want to roll your whole body over, losing this leg and hip posture. Keep that set there and then coming back. You might find it easier as well if you put a little towel or something under your waist to help support the rib cage and make sure we've got a neutral spine to start with. Sometimes that can help, especially if you've got wider hips. So that's our first exercise, half-arm crocodile. The second one, we take a towel, open it up lengthways, like so, fold it in half a couple of times, and then roll it up into a little tube like that. So we're going to run that lengthways along the bed, and then I'm going to lie that along my spine. So it sits in the middle of my spine there, right up to the base of my neck. Ideally you can use a beach towel for this, which is quite a bit thicker, so you'll get more feeling with it. But we start off opening, or bring the arms up, palms facing each other, gently lengthen them out to the sides, again trying to open the collarbones. And then once you feel a bit of a stretch through your chest, bend your arms to right angles and then just gently glide your arms up and down. So you don't have to reach too high, it's quite a small movement. So I'm moving through about 30 degrees of motion here. You can do this one on the floor and it will give you a bit of support if you can get your arms to the ground. If you can't reach the floor or the bed or whatever you're lying on, you'll come from the top, open out to the sides, find that stretch point or where you're comfortable, bend the arms so you're open there, and then straighten them out and bring them back up. So you can just move through that comfortable, safe range of motion. When we're going for mobility, it's all about staying comfortable and not forcing any movement patterns that are going to cause us harm or set us backwards. So that's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3, we want to start feeling our shoulder blades, our scapulars moving again. They're the base for all of our strength movements and all of our support. So to do that, we roll over onto our hands and knees. Set a nice neutral spine there, so long through my neck and shoulders. I'm pushing down through the first knuckle of the index finger, so I want to keep that planted on the ground. And then all I want to try and do is just glide my shoulder blades around my body. So I'm going nice and slow, just gently lowering my body down between my shoulders and then pressing back up. So if I was to do that sitting sideways, it would look like this. Just gently retract and extend the shoulders. So each of those you can do for about, the first 2, 10, 12 reps, and then that last little shoulder press. It's really going to depend on your fatigue and where you're at in terms of your rehab. Try and start off with about 10 to 12 as well, but then we should be building that one right up to around 20 or 30 repetitions to get good stability and awareness through our serratus anterior, working with our rhomboids to stabilize those scapulars again. Okay, so stay tuned.